Welcome to the Biz Cafe Startup Decisions video for the Biz Cafe Simulation that's being used in your entrepreneurship class. Now there's two different ways that we can access our startup decisions. And you cannot start making decisions or posting decision number one until you have made your startup decisions. Now, as we showed in the previous video, I can hit the triangle here, click on that, and I can go to each one of these individually. Or if you see here on the left, we have a tab called Startup Decisions. First you'll see is a cafe name. If you go to Blackboard under Assignments, you'll see that there is a worksheet there called Cafe Name Selection. You'll want to complete that worksheet, and then the results of that worksheet will get you to put your cafe name in the box. And as you read the case, you'll see that there's different decisions for you to make in terms of furniture and equipment, and those decisions have costs to you in terms of how they affect your budget and the amount of money that you have to work with in your startup time frame. So I'm just going to click on these. Once you make your decision, I'm not saying that what I've picked is correct here. We're just making this choice to move forward. Every time I make a decision, I want to click Save. Alright, so then I go back to Startup Decisions. I click to Advance. And it says, uh-oh, we have a problem here. Don't forget to purchase coffee. So I click on Purchase Coffee. And then here you'll see that you'll enter how many pounds of coffee you're going to be looking for. Now again, based on what you're projecting in terms of sales, if you look at and read the case, it gets into that into greater detail in terms of how many pounds you should weigh or how many pounds you should purchase based on the number of cups that you are planning to sell. The coffee piece itself is a perishable item, meaning if you don't use it, you'll have to throw it away. And obviously there is a cost incurred and a reduction of profit when you do that. And again, I'm not saying these decisions are even close to being right. I'm just typing in numbers to type in numbers. And so medium cups, we'll order 5,000 cups. Now here, you'll see we have a coffee calculator. If I'm expecting to sell 5,000 cups of sales, I would need to order 160 pounds of coffee. You'll see here I hit Advanced. When I hit the Advance button, what that means is I've made all my decisions and I'm ready to move forward. And so now, if you go to the tabs on the left-hand side here, you'll see that I've got weekly purchases. Staffing and hours. I need to identify what's my staffing and hours are going to be for the upcoming week. There's consequences for having too much staff on, and there's consequences for not having enough staff on. Marketing, I can set my price, and then I can have two different advertising decisions to make. Online is $200 a day. General awareness, 50 cents off or a 2-for-1 coupon. Now, the 50 cents off and 2-for-1 specials, obviously, then there is a reduction in revenue when we use that. Radio spot, 10 spots a day. Again, I'm not saying that these decisions are right. It's just what I'm making. And so after every decision, you need to make sure you click save. You notice when I went to another grouping, those decisions don't save from sheet to sheet. So every time I make a decision, I have to click the save button before I move on to the next component. Now, next you'll see that there is a special decision. Each round is going to have an incident or a special decision for you to make. And so you're going to want to click on watch video, and it will go over the components of this specific decision. I forgot to click save. Make sure I do that. And then I can go to decision summary. And so, oh, look at here. Okay, so coffee, 0 pounds. All right, so that means I didn't save that properly. So I have to go back to weekly purchases, type my numbers in, and then go back to save. And so you can always go back to this decision summary sheet, which will review all your decisions. Okay? Now you can do a cash budget analysis and a break-even worksheet, which tells you how many cups you're going to need to sell to break even. Or how much revenue, for this one, how much revenue we're going to need to break even. And so then I can decide how many cups that's going to equal. And so here we need to sell 2,146 cups of coffee. Now, so what I would do, if I was working on simulation then, is go back and make sure, did I order enough coffee for the 2,146 cups? And so you'll have to make those calculations to determine that. And so you'll have to go back to the case, again, to figure those pieces off. All right, so now I can say, okay, I've made all the decisions that I need to make for the simulation, and now I can click the... So after I hit the submit button, I get a warning that says make sure to set your product prices. So if I go back to product prices, I never changed the price, and so I can keep it at $3.20. But you notice when I go to $3.20, which is the price it was before, that it doesn't give me a save piece on there. And so it was just kind of giving me the warning like, hey, that price hasn't changed. Are you sure that you want to stick with that price? So we're going to stick with the $3.20. I'm going to click on advance. It says make sure to set your product prices. Okay, I've already done that. Now I can click on continue. Gives you a warning. Advancing will move the simulation into the next period. Review your decisions before proceeding. Unless you have replays, this action cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to advance to the next period? Yes, I am.